Hello everyone, welcome to the quick start guide for the Kel-Tec SUB2000. To get inside this box, simply pull the flap on the front, push the lid open, and there you go. SUB2000s come in two different variants, so the contents inside the box may be different if you have a Glock version of the SUB2000. This is a multi-mag version of the SUB2000. They ship as a Smith & Wesson M&P, and it comes with 3 extra magazine catches for different handguns. It will come with a magazine catch chart explaining which models we have on our website available for you to switch out your SUB2000 magazine catch to. And the most important thing in the box, besides the firearm itself, is your manual. Get to know this manual really well if you have any questions about it. Or if you have any questions for us, you can contact us and our information is on the back here. It's also going to come with your magazine and then the SUB2000 itself. Let's dig into this thing and go over some of the features. This version is a multi-mag and it came with a Smith & Wesson M&P magazine. If you have a Glock variant, you should have a Glock magazine in the box and no extra mag catches. Alright, so before we jump into the features of our multi-mag SUB2000, we're making sure that there's no live ammunition in our workspace and there's no magazines available. So the first thing you want to do, if you want to unfold your gun, is pull this locking latch here. It's on the stock and it pulls rearward to release the barrel assembly. Let's go over the features of our SUB2000. We'll start at the muzzle end. It does come with a threaded barrel. The 9mm is 1/2 by 28, and the 40 caliber version of the SUB2000 is 9/16/24. The front sight is adjustable for both windage and elevation. It does come standard with a Picatinny style rail on top and bottom of the handguard. This is your trigger guard here. It is also the release latch to fold the SUB2000. Got a rear peep sight, a crossbolt style safety. This is your magazine release, of course your trigger. Moving back, you have the charging handle and then the adjustable buttstock with the locking latch. There's also the sling loop in the stock here. There's 2 of them. And you've also got M-lock slots on both sides of the handguard for attaching accessories, including sling loops. As I mentioned before, the front sight of the SUB2000 is adjustable for windage and elevation. This would be your elevation knob here. It's like a AR-15 style, and we do sell the adjustment tool on our website. And for the windage, you simply need a flathead screwdriver or the rim of a cartridge will work as well. We showed you how to unfold your SUB2000. Let's show you how to fold it back up. You're simply just going to pull down on the trigger guard. You can see it comes out. And as you pull down on the trigger guard, you will rotate the barrel upward to lock it into position. So let's actuate the safety. It's just a cross-bolt style safety. On the right side of the SUB2000, you'll see this red ring. If you see that, that's fire. When it's pushed over to the left, that means the SUB2000 is on safe. If you do have a multi-mag version of the SUB2000 and you want to change your mag catch out, you would simply just unscrew these 2 screws here, replace the plate with the plate that you want, and then put the screws back in. I recommend a little bit of blue Loctite. One of the unique features about the SUB2000 is its blowback design. The charging handle can actually be pulled back and rotated up to lock it into position. To load the SUB2000, simply put a live round in the magazine and slap the charging handle down. Or, if the bolt is already closed, you can simply reach back with your support hand, pull it back, and let it go. So the stock of the SUB2000 is not adjustable on the fly, but we'll show you how to pop this pin out, slide the stock to the rear, and then put the pin back in. So you just push in on the buffer plug and push the pin out. The pin is not directional, so you can push it out from either side. Slide the stock to where you want it. Put the buffer back in and push in again to line up the holes from the buffer, the tube, and the stock, and then simply slide your pin back through. To quickly recognize what caliber your SUB2000 is chambered in, you can reference the bolt. Okay, so before we disassemble the SUB2000 for cleaning, we want to make sure that the hammer is locked to the rear and make sure that the SUB2000 is on safe. The last thing you want to do is drop the hammer while the bolt is not in the bolt tube. Now that our SUB2000 hammer is cocked to the rear and it's on safe, we can go ahead and disassemble it for cleaning. In the same way that you would adjust the stock, you'll simply push in on the buffer and then push the stock pin out. You take the buffer out, take the stock off, push the bolt to the rear. You can remove your recoil spring And then after that, you can remove your charging handle. And to get the bolt out, just simply tilt the gun up. And this is your bolt, and this is your bolt head. To get to the barrel, you'll simply fold the gun in half by pulling down the trigger guard. Then you can swap out your chamber, your barrel assembly, and get your SUB2000 nice and tidy and ready for your next range trip. When maintaining your SUB2000, we recommend a high quality CLP and contact cleaner. The contact cleaner is going to get rid of all the carbon and debris in your SUB2000. And after you've got it cleaned off and dried up, you can go ahead and hit it with some CLP to keep it running smooth for a long time. To reassemble the SUB2000, you're just going to go in reverse order. First thing you want to do is make sure that your bolt is attached to your bolt head. So you want to unfold the SUB2000. Now, to orient the bolt, you want to make sure that the extractor is on the right side of the gun. Obviously, that needs to be at the ejection port. So go ahead and slide the bolt in. And you want to make sure that your charging handle hole is lined up with that slot in your bolt tube there. Next thing you want to do is put the charging handle in. And then the recoil spring slides right in there. Now to get the bolt forward, you just simply want to tap the muzzle end of the gun on a soft surface. A piece of wood will work. Just don't do it on anything hard because you don't want to damage the crown of your barrel. So to get the bolt forward, you just simply pull the charging handle to the front of the gun while also tapping the muzzle on a soft surface. Just like that. Next thing you want to do is slide your stock over. So all you have to do is line up those holes there in the bolt tube. And you're not finished lining holes up yet because now we have to line up the buffer. The latch goes on top, so it would be oriented like this. And as you can see here, the recoil spring rides in that little indentation on the buffer there. So you'll want to apply pressure on the buffer until all three holes line up, and then slide your stock pin through. It's a little easier said than done, especially when you're being recorded, but we managed to get it first time there. Then do a function check, and that's it. That's the reassembly of your SUB2000. You're clean, you're re-lubed, and you're ready for the range. And that concludes our quick start guide for the SUB2000. For more tips, tricks, and accessories, please visit keltechweapons.com. Thanks for watching.